All right, welcome to this week's segment of the week. This week, myself, because if you listen to this week's episode, Austin is not here this week. He is sick. So once again, our thoughts and prayers are with Austin. We hope he gets better soon. But this week is going to be the audible. So how that works is Debbie has given us a team, and we're going to give the audible and tell you what we would do with that team, what we would do different, make an audible per se, change the play at the line, say what we would do differently with that team, player wise, coaching wise, schematic wise, whatever we could do to make that team different per se. So Debbie, do you want to go ahead and give us our team for this week's audible?
Sure. So for this week's audible, we're going to be commenting on the Jets, and we want to hear kind of your thoughts on what would you do with that team, what would you do with the quarterback situation right now, and just how would you improve overall their record next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the Jets, there's a lot of bad news around them right now because they had all this aspirations coming into last season. Obviously, that turned into nothing with Aaron Rodgers being hurt, and then even more aspirations this year, and those are all gone. They're even worse than they were last season, and they got Aaron Rodgers. They got Devontae Adams this year. They got all this stuff. They fired their head coach now. They're struggling. There's no way around that. This is going to be a very controversial take, per se. I know Debbie's smiling behind the camera. Debbie likes to hear that. Honestly, I know this is most likely not going to happen, but in all honesty, this is what I believe they should do and what should happen. The Jets' season is over. There's no hiding that. Yeah, the Jets season is over. They're 3-7. They're third in the AFC East. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has completely fallen off of a cliff. Their defenses fell off after they fired Robert Saleh. They haven't won a game, I believe, since Saleh's been fired. Their team's in shambles, and Aaron Rodgers is not getting any younger. Aaron Rodgers, more than likely, I would have to imagine, is going to retire at the end of this season. If he plays in 2025, he can't play for the Jets. If he does, you're giving up for next season as well. Your season's over. So for the Jets, I think...
Quick fact check.
Yeah.
In the 5 games since they fired Saleh, the Jets are only 1-4.
Oh, so okay. So they have...
But they won
one.
I mean,
think that Texans game then, yes. Thank you, Debbie. I know, sounds crazy. You have a rookie QB on the roster. Jordan Travis, rookie QB out of Florida State. He played very well for Florida State last season. No, nobody's expecting him to be a good NFL quarterback. He was a 5th-round pick for a reason. But he is a rookie. He was good in college. See what you have in that rookie. I think if I'm the Jets, I'm playing Jordan Travis. And I'm letting him play the rest of the season. If he plays great, oh my goodness, awesome. You have a Brock Purdy situation where you just found your starting quarterback late in the draft, somewhere that you're not supposed to find a starting quarterback. But you just found your guy, and now you might not make the playoffs. You're not going to make the playoffs, but you can use that high pick on somewhere else on the team to help you, somewhere on your defense or somewhere on the offensive line or something like that. But more likely situation is Jordan Travis isn't good. You know that. It's like, oh, well, at least we tried to see what we have in our rookie QB. You end up with a high pick. Aaron Rodgers retires into the sunset. He rides into the sunset, goes back to his darkness retreat. And then you draft one of the top QBs in the draft there. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers, he can't be in your plans for 2025. So see what you have in your rookie QB who's played good in college. If he's not good in the NFL, you have a high pick. If he does, then you have your QB, which is so important. The Jets haven't had that in how many years? They thought that was going to be fixed by bringing in Aaron Rodgers, and that couldn't even get it done. On the other side of it, on the coaching staff, obviously, your interim coach right now is not the answer. You fired Saleh, and your team has gotten worse. Your defenses fell off. You need to bring in a good defensive coordinator to fix your defense. I mean, your defense has all the pieces there. They just need to have the coach there to schematically scheme them up and get their defense right back to where it was last season and part of this season. But on the coaching side of it, there's so many names you can bring in. Ben Johnson is going to be available this offseason, the Lions offensive coordinator. Mike Vrabel is available right now. And I think it's not going to happen, but I think it'd be so funny. Bring in Bill Belichick. Obviously, he's dominated the Jets his whole career. Go to the Jets and start over there. I don't think that's going to happen, but there's so many options at coaching staff. But the biggest thing I'm trying to get at is put in Jordan Travis. It's not going to happen. They would never bench Aaron Rodgers. The NFL would probably kick them out of the league. But I think that's what needs to happen. And they're not going to win games. I'm not saying they're going to go to the playoffs or even win a game because of that. But see what you have in that guy. And you have a great young core with Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and Braylon Allen, the rookie running back. Capitalize on that. You need to be able to get that quarterback in there eventually to grow with those young guys. Devontae Adams isn't getting any younger either, but he's going to be on your team next year. So figure something out. Aaron Rodgers, that's the only thing. He can't be on that roster next year. He needs to be gone. But that's my audible for the New York Jets. I really want to know what Austin would think about that. So, Austin, if you are listening, shoot me a text because I want to know what you think. If not, I'm probably just going to call you and ask you what you think about that because I'm curious. I know you're a big Aaron Rodgers fan. So, thank you for listening to this week of K&K Football. Hopefully next week, Austin and I will be back together for the first time in 3 episodes, and hopefully Debbie is here as well and did not get attacked by the K&A football sickness that is going around. So thank you for watching.